Unit 7-2, Angles in the Coordinate Plane. Part 1, Radians and Degrees. So, how to convert degrees to radians? The formula for that is going to be the angle times 2 pi over 360. This is going to give you your radians from your degrees. Now, how to do the opposite, how to convert radians to degrees. The formula for that is going to be angle times 360 over 2 pi. Now, we're going to go for our first example. So, the problem, convert 90 degrees into radians. So, this is really simple. You just take the formula, which is angle times 2 pi over 360, and you do 90 times 2 pi over 360, which simplifies to 180 pi over 360, or pi over 2. Now, you have your next example, which is to convert pi over 3 radians to degrees. And you can just use the other formula, angle times 360 over 2 pi. When it's all plugged in, you get 360 pi over 6 pi, which is going to be 60 degrees, not 120 60 degrees. That was a mistake we made. Disregard that, please. But, generally, these problems are as easy as pi. I am sorry for the bad pun. Now, moving on, we have the next part. This is going to be part 2, coterminal angles. So, what is a coterminal angle? Well, basically coterminal angles are just fancy ways of naming angles. So, they're just like different ways of writing them. Same angle, just named a different way. So, we have our first example, which is just the regular way. It's not the coterminal angle, it's just the regular angle of 120 degrees. Then we have, in example 2, we have 480 degrees, which is a coterminal angle of 120, because you add 360 degrees to the angle going around another time, and you get 480 degrees. And then, in example 3, what we're going to have is we're actually going to have a negative angle, which, again, same angle, just named differently. So we're going to have negative 240 degrees as that coterminal angle. So, now, we're going to move on to part 3, reference angles. Okay, so, what is a reference angle? Well, the reference angle is the measure of the angle from one end of your main angle to the x-axis. So, it's really not too difficult. Now, in example 1, we're going to show you what one looks like. So, as you can see here, you have your 120 degree angle. The reference angle is going to be from the end of that to the x-axis in the second quadrant. And as you can see here, you can find the reference angle by doing 180 degrees minus your main angle, and that is going to be equal to your reference angle. It's easy as that, and you can see more visual representation of that here.